promise I won't be moaning, Myrtle.
That's all right. You don't worry about it. I'm going to mute you guys, but feel free to unmute yourself at any point. I think I have to ask you to unmute. But anyway, 29th of October, it's our team call. We are a select few, but that's okay. And I guess tonight I kind of wanted to talk a little bit about not giving up on this year before we head into next year, but knowing that the work that you are doing today is planting the seeds for your future customers next year. And this is just a few bits and pieces that I think I've cobbled together from the last couple of years of going into this time of year, and kind of the importance of still showing up and still actually showing people that this isn't a flash in the pan thing for you, and that this is a long-term thing. And you can bet your bottom dollar that people will be like, well, how is she falling off the wagon at Christmas and all of that sort of stuff. So I've got a few things that I wanted to talk about, but I guess the first thing that I wanted to go in and say with this is that I think one of the reasons why we choose to show up on our team calls, why we choose to show up on social media every day is, it's really important to think about, well, why is it that you're doing this? Why is it that you're choosing to spend your Thursday evening on a call with me? Or, why is it that you're choosing to spend your time building your business? But, you've made that decision. You've made the choice to do that. And, but what is it that is about the business that you thought, do you know what? I've got to show up. I've got to show up for myself. I've got to show up in my team calls. Is it the products? Is it the community? Where would you be if your coach hadn't reached out to you right now? And I think I ask myself that a lot. And actually, I saw one of my challenges today, and she was asking me a little bit about my journey into coaching and how I found Beachbody and how I got invited to the opportunity and how the devil I became a coach. And I talk about this quite openly, and my life has drastically changed in the last 3 years. I can't imagine where I would be if I didn't have this opportunity in my life, if I didn't have all you ladies in my life, if I didn't have all of the wonderful things this has done for both me personally and my wellness. It's astronomically changed my life. And I think when I start to really think about how life could be very different, I get very overwhelmed by it, because I just think, hold on, the dog's trying to get in. Come on, you. I just think, it's just unfathomable for me. I just cannot appreciate it. But I think so much more so is the number of people that I have helped, and the number of people that say, do you know what, Hannah, because of your support, my life is intrinsically better than it was before I joined. And I think one of the things that we fail to grasp, often we get caught up in, oh my God, I've invited this many people are ghosting me, people are saying no, this is, what am I doing that's wrong? And really getting caught up in that headspace, that we forget actually of the power of what we are actually doing. Even just showing up on social media and someone saying to you, do you know what, your page is so inspiring and motivating. You are helping change people's lives. They may not decide to join you yet, but their eyes are on you because they see something in you that they're like, do you know what? She's doing something. She's doing something for herself. She's showing up for herself, even during the hard times when we don't want to do it. And I think that that's what we have to grasp sometimes. Do you really know what you are doing to help people? Are you really grasping how much you are actually impacting on people? And I think that we have so much, that is the thing that we do. That's why I joined, because I know that this community has helped me in so many ways. I want that for other people. Yes, it's a business, but I know in my core that there is something. I am here to help serve other people. I am here to help them live better lives. I am here to help them create an income for their family, to build a business, to improve their own wellness, to help other people do the same. I know to my core that that is what I am here to do. And by showing up and doing these things, I'm helping other people do that, adding value wherever I can, whether they buy from me or not. Like if they come and say to me, I did that, and actually that tip that you gave really helped me, and that's really, you know, pushed me forward or got me out of my own head or whatever it is. That's fucking ace. Like, I really, really love that. And, you know, I get it. We're all busy. We're all bloody busy. And I talk a lot about you make your own busy, and it does my bloody head in, you know, when I think that is one of my biggest bugbears, but it's the thing that people do say to me the most. I'm just so busy, I don't have the time. And I've started doing that, the organised mummy method thing. And what did she say? Is however many minutes in the day, and like 30 minutes is all it is. That's like 2% of your time. It's 2% of your time to go and press play on a workout, to do something for yourself. If you can't find 2% of your time to go and do something for you to improve your life, which is going to impact on the people around you, something's got to shift. Like, there is something seriously fucking wrong if you cannot find 2% of your time to work on you. And someone busier than you is doing it. And I you know, I say that with a bit of a pinch of salt, but it does do my head in. It really does do my head in. I'm like, I'm so busy. Yeah. Do you know what? I get it. I completely get it. We've all got houses, we've got kids, etc., etc. But there is, and that's the same in this business. There are other people in this business busier than us who are absolutely smashing it. Hello, Sophia. Little monkey. Can't hear you. Hold on. Is it working?
Sorry, yeah, can you hear me? Yeah, she seems to just like, I think she just remembers your face and your voice because she's laughing. Sorry, she's just not having it, so.
Oh, it's fine. Lila's the same, but
anyway, sorry to interrupt. Just right. She might just sit here with me, so sorry. I'll sort
it's okay, don't worry. It's lovely to have her join us.
Kirsty hasn't requested to come in, has she? She said she's on her way.
No.
Just double check. Okay.
Not yet. I'll keep an eye on it. And you know, and I don't know if anyone caught the national wake up call. Was it last week or was it this week? I can't remember. This lady is a mum. She's, you know, and she was talking about balance and actually how, you know, there is no balance and all of that sort of stuff. But she's got 2 kids. She works a job, you know, all of these things. There are other people in, and she's a 15-star diamond. She's a you know, she's top of her game, and she's doing this, and she is doing it. And I think that that's the thing. We get so caught up in, oh, it's too hard. Oh, no one wants to. Oh, well, blah, 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 blah. Well, if you tell yourself you can't, you fucking won't. Sorry, Sophia. You won't do it. If you tell yourself you can't, if you tell yourself it's hard, it will be hard. You won't do it. And I think that, you know, whatever, I honestly believe in the power of, you know, the whole manifesting thing and kind of, you know, that sort of thing. But, you know, I honestly believe if you put your mind to something and you think that you can achieve it, you will achieve it. Like the months where I've said, do you know what? Look how Team Cup went. Look at the things that we achieved in Team Cup. And I know that a lot of us busted our you know, our balls, you know, here she is. I know that we busted our balls to get to that, but actually we proved to ourselves that we can do it, and we can do the same every month. You've got big aspirations, you've got goals to reduce your hours at work, you've got goals to walk away from your full-time job. Why can't you do it? You're the only one getting in your own goddamn way. I'm the same. I do exactly the same. I got it to a point where, you know, I was ready to walk away from my job, and then I got pregnant and I self-sabotaged and I back paddled, and that happens. Like, life happens. But I truly believe if you say that you to yourself that you can do it, then you will bloody do it. If you say to yourself you won't do it, then you won't do it. You tell yourself it's really hard and, oh, getting to Emerald is really difficult and no one wants to join. Well, that's because that's the energy that you're putting out. Sorry to say, but it's very true. I do love the idea though of, and I've not read this book personally. I think I mentioned it to you, Catherine, is there's a book called The 12-Week Year. And I really love the concept of, and I've not read it, But I know the concept is, yes, we have big aspirations. I love a big aspirational goal. The bigger the better, the scarier the better. If it doesn't scare me, I'm not interested in it. I'm not playing small. I'm not interested in, oh, wouldn't it be nice to have an extra £50 a month? Like, I want this to be a 6-figure business. Simple. I love what I do. I love working with you ladies. I love helping my ladies. This is what I want to do because I have that passion, and that is exactly what I want to do. Do you know what I mean? So if that's the case, you've got to, like, go big or go home, right? Get obsessed with your life. And can you tell I've been listening to it? Can you tell I've been on to Grant Cardone again? He is like, so I'm going to talk a bit about personal development in a minute. But the thing with, like, you know, the whole thing about obsession, and I do need to do a post about this. Obsession is always seen as a bad thing. But I don't know about you guys, but I am obsessed with having a better life. I am obsessed with having more time with the girls. I'm obsessed with living a life of more freedom. Like, I want to be obsessed with my life and in the idea of where I want to be. And this is part of it. And I'm not saying get obsessed with Beachbody and being a Beachbody coach, but be obsessed with your aspirations and do the work to get to those aspirations. If you don't do the work, you're the only one that can build your business. No other bugger can do it for you. You have to put in the work. You can do all the trainings. And, you know, I know that there are so many coaches out there that are like, oh, my upline isn't great, or I'm not in a big enough team, or, you know, I had another coach from a different team come to me and just say, I just haven't had the support from my coach, or, oh, I'm on the wrong leg. I'm sorry, you are your own CEO. You've got to do the work. Like, it doesn't matter where you are placed in a business, in a business center. At the end of the day, you are your own boss and you've got to build your own business. So anyway, I go back, I digress. The 12-week year, the whole idea is that you've got your big aspirations, but splitting those goals into things smaller. You've got an income goal, you need to reverse engineer it. You need to know what is the work that you have got to do each month, each week, each day to get to those goals. If your goal is, I don't know, £2,000 a month, and you're like, oh, I'm going to sign up 3 people, the 2 don't compute. So we need to work out what is it that you really want. And we are going to do some stuff about moving into next year and where we want to go next year. And we will do another call all about that. But you do need to know individually, and then you need to hit those. You need to have your business tracker out. You need to be doing the activity, because if you don't do the activity, you're not going to reach those aspirations. It's that simple. People aren't just going to drop out of the sky and into your inbox. If you're not going out and showing what it is that you do and adding value and being that person and being consistent and, you know, all of those things, it's just not going to be there, is it? So I do really love the idea of having those quarterly goals and celebrating them. I want to tell you a story, and this is something actually that I probably haven't shared with you, and something that I did share with Sue the other day. One of my goals was to get to Diamond this year, right? I hit it. Do you know what happened? I then sat there, I was like, well, I've hit it now. Now what? I didn't celebrate it. That's terrible. Like, a goal that I have been so like, that's something that I'm going to really aim for. I'm really passionate, and then I hit it and I was like, meh. Sorry, I need to turn my phone off. So I just think this is the thing, is that breaking it down and really celebrating and allowing ourselves to celebrate those wins is really, really important. And if our goals and our aspirations are, you know, we are always, I am such the same person. Well, I've hit that, now what? I've got to that target weight, now what? Then often what happens is we self-sabotage and we go backwards. So it's about not thinking, and what Sue was saying the other day about it, the aspirations being connected with your core values and beliefs. You have to kind of have that as a whole approach and be obsessed with those big goals. Yes, reach them, and yes, be like, now what? But celebrate it when you get to those milestones. And I really love that idea. So going back to what, you know, finishing the year strong and not just being like, do you know what, let's just side pedal, let's just, oh, screw it, I'll wait till next year. Well, no, the work that you do now is going to be the work that happens, you know, they're going to be the people that join you next year. You know, so, oh, I'm not saying double your invites, treble your invites. I'm not saying that, but what I want you to focus on, and, you know, Grant Cardone talks, so he's got that whole book, like the 10x rule, and 10 timesing everything that you do, and doing all of those wonderful things, and working harder. And, you know, I know he's very much into that sort of stuff. I'm not saying do that. But what I am saying is, if you're adding or making 3 new connections a day, you need to double or treble it. Or if you're making 10 new connections a day, you need to double or treble it and make it 20 or 30. Because those people that you start building relationships now are going to be the people that buy from you later. You need to build that trust. You need to build that relationship. You need to build that, that connection with people now. I don't think I've ever had someone drop me a message that has just started following me and be like, can I sign up with you? Just doesn't happen. People buy from people that they trust, and you have to build that relationship. So if you're not connecting with people, and you're not connecting with your new followers, you're not adding people to your network, and you're just relying and hoping on these people that have shown a faint interest in the past, your business isn't going to grow. You have to be doing that connecting like stuff now for those to be your future customers in the year. So that is what I've committed to. I have committed to having or making or starting, I should say, minimum is 10 new conversations a day. Absolutely. And that is do you know what? This business is not complicated. We massively overcomplicate this business. It is not complicated. You connect with people, you build a relationship with them, and that then just naturally leads to an invite when they've had their eyes on you. And if you're not connecting, it is just not going to go anywhere. No one's going to do that connecting for you. So anyway, so I think that is something that's really important. So this isn't about inviting, this is about talking to people. That's why you're here, right? Like, I know that one of the things that I said is I want to, you know, there is so many people, even people that haven't necessarily joined us, but I have got friends that I have made from being on social media and getting social. And like, my life isn't, you know, I've got like, there's so many wonderful people that I now have that I can reach to and talk to when like I'm having a shit day or something's going on. So, you know, this is the thing. So these are the people, they've got their eyes on you. Yeah, they've got their eyes on you. You're showing up, especially during the holidays. I'm not telling you to be perfect. I'm telling you to have fun. But I'm telling you that those are the people that are going to be watching you throughout the holidays, and they're going to be looking, oh, is she gonna post her workout today? Is she actually still going to do it? Is she actually enjoying Christmas? What's she doing? Because those are the people that are like, oh, actually, shit, she's really committed. If she can do it, well, why can't I? So, you know, holidays always surrounded by food, especially over Christmas. I bloody love Christmas. But we also, and this is one of the reasons why I think doing challenge groups before Christmas, and like I was saying, you know, what I've been talking about is getting some of these healthy habits and intentions now and showing people, and you show people what you are doing. I'm not saying you don't have your wine or your food and all of that sort of stuff, but what you are doing now is, honestly, it is showing people what can be in the future. So I think that is really important. And what else was I going to say? Hold on. I know, I do love, and you know, I think this is the time of year when it's a really good, you know, Carl has spoken a lot about where you do the, you know, what is the problem, what is the solution, and what is, you know, what was the problem, what was the thing that you found, and how it has changed your life. Doing some of this stuff, and we talk a lot about having stories and going in and talking to people, and this is what I'm going to be doing much more of over the next few weeks, is saying things like, you know, before I did this is how my life was. I put on £10 over Christmas, I get into January and this is how I would feel, but I have this, I have the tool. And do you see what I mean? And having some of those stories that you can talk to people, because you bet your bottom dollar there will then be those people that come through in January that has happened to them, and they have got stuck and they need to move forward. They are watching now, they are listening, they might be ghosting you, but they are there. And I know that the ghosts are annoying, and I completely get it, but you have to also celebrate those no's and those ghosts, because I tell you what, they are not no nevers. And especially if they are responding to you and they're like, no, not now, I haven't got the time. Well, you show them that it doesn't take 3 hours a day. I had someone, oh no, I've got 2 kids and I've got a house to clean and I can't possibly do anything for myself. So what did I do? I went on my stories and I showed them how I did it. They watched that. They then might ghost me, but I bet your bottom dollar they'll keep seeing that there is someone else busier than me doing it. And I think that that's what it is. Just backtracking, I think one of the things that I think is really important is for you to really think, and I know I talk a lot about this in terms of the stories about the products and what things have, what Beachbody has done for you, but regardless of how long you've been in it, if like Catherine, you've not been doing this for very long, or if you've been doing it for 3-5 years, there are things that have changed in your life because of Beachbody, and there are problems that you have solved. Like Kirsty, I bloody loved your posts. Like these last couple of posts have been awesome. These were the things that this is what I said I couldn't do, but I blooming well did it. And showing people, and okay, they might be, it's the sorry not sorry tough love stuff, and yes, you might think, oh well, that post didn't get much interaction. People would have read it, and they, even if they don't like or comment, they are still reading it, I guarantee you. And I think that it's showing, and they might be like, oh shit, that's me, so they won't like it. And I think that that's what's sometimes really important. We often get so caught up in, oh, I didn't get many comments, or oh, I didn't get many likes on that. That was a really good, I do it. I'm like, that was an amazing post. Why has it got no comments? Or why has it got no or like, it does my head in. And I'm like, do you know what? That doesn't matter. Because actually what I'm doing is I continue to build those relationships, continue to make those connections. And that's kind of what leads in the future. What was the other thing that I wanted to say? Oh, the other thing I wanted to say is that if you don't do the connections, if you don't build the relationships, if you don't send the invites, your business won't grow. And I know that that sounds really simple, but people will often do, oh, no one's joining me in the business. Like, why can't I recruit coaches? Okay, well, how many coach invites have you sent out this month? How many calls to actions? How much have you spoken about coaching and what it is that you do? Same with challenges. Like, we always assume, and I'm like this as well. Like, I assumed, so one of my closest friends accidentally voted on my poll the other day. And I just assumed that she wouldn't be interested. So I was like, oh, she's probably just accidentally voted on it. So I didn't message her. I assumed that she had accidentally voted on my poll. Who am I to assume that she didn't actually want to try the sample workouts? We always make these assumptions. Oh no, they won't be able to afford it, they're on maternity leave. Oh, they're already a PT, they wouldn't be interested in the business opportunity. How do you know? And who are you to withhold that gift back from someone by not inviting them? Why are you making that decision for them? And I think it is as simple as that. We go, oh, well, they're not really into their fitness, they wouldn't want to join. Oh, well, they've never posted a picture in their workout gear. No, they wouldn't want to do this. Oh, they don't exercise. Oh, I know. Oh, no, well, they've never said that they've got any issues with their health. So have you asked them? Because chances are no. And I've done the same, and I've assumed it, especially with people close to me. Oh, they wouldn't want to do this. Oh, no, they wouldn't want to, It's not true. It's not the case. So that's why kind of one of the things I wanted to mention. The other thing I wanted to talk about was personal development. And I don't know how much longer we've got. We've probably only got about 10 minutes. I also realised that I was meant to be talking to Scotty at 8, and our time zones have changed, haven't they? Getting serious about personal development. And, you know, I keep saying this to you guys, but, you know, we work out all the time, but actually we need to work in as just as much as we are working out and doing stuff. And this is why I asked that question in the page the other day. You need to, often it's the personal development that you don't want to do that you should be doing. And I am a massive, you know, I'm all about the woo woo. I'm all about the Gabby Bernstein. I'm all about it's so lovely for my soul. I love reading this stuff. It's such a great book. Yeah, I know. I need to be doing the stuff that isn't like that. I think like, I don't want to listen to that. Oh, it's talking about eating that frog and doing the difficult things first, or it's very, you know, it's very technical, or oh no, it's just not me, you know. Well, actually that's probably the stuff that I do need to do, which is why I've picked up this Grant Cardone book, because I was like, do you know what, I need someone to tell me to shut the bloody hell up and just get on with it and do it, because no one else is going to do it for me. So in that sense, what is it? Who is it that you want to become? Who in 5 years do you want to be? And what are the things that you need to change about you? Because I can guarantee you, to reach your aspirations, you are not that person now. You've got to do work. There is work that needs to be done. And that's personal as well as like professional development. So whether, you know, you're a terrible organizer, you need to go and do so. That's why I loved it when Vic was like, I'm doing this stuff about organizations, because I know that that's something that we've really, and Vic, you're like me, you're like, we could listen to all the Gabby Bernstein stuff in the world. It's beautiful for our soul, but it's not helping us with the problems that we know we have to solve. And do you know why we don't want to do it? Because it's hard. It is hard working on the things that we know that we need to work on. And growth only happens in outside of your comfort zone, right? Like we talk about that when we do our workouts. I'm doing this workout, it's challenging me, it's really bloody hard and I don't want to do it. But you push yourself and you do something out of your comfort zone. It's the same with personal development. And doing the work is the hard part. You can read stuff, you can listen to stuff, but you've got to do the work behind the scenes. You can't lift a 10-pound kilogram dumbbell and curl a 10-pound dumbbell. They're different weights. You can't curl a 10-kilogram dumbbell if you didn't start with a 1-kilogram dumbbell first, right? You can't build up your strength. Same with your mind. You can't start. And so, you know, let's like take you in a little bit and go there. But you've got to start here. But if you've got big goals, you've got to get obsessed with doing the work that you've got to do. And I think it's as simple as that. It's the stuff that you don't want to do. That's what you need to be doing. So I think that that's what I sat down and I had a bit of a chat with myself and I was like, yeah, I know I need to do this stuff. So I'm just going to get going. I know that there's stuff that I need to do on my limiting beliefs, and, you know, whatever they are, you know what your pitfalls are, but you also know what your strengths are. So it's that, I think that's important as well. And I think, you know, one of the things that Grant Cardone said yesterday is about giving yourself permission to be obsessed. And I think that this is really interesting because, you know, again, talking about obsession, it's seen as a bad thing. Well, I don't care and that's why I posted that, you know, if it's wrong that I'm obsessed with living my best life and being the best person for me and my family, I don't give two shits what everyone thinks. And if anyone else turns around to me and is like, oh, you know, you work too hard, people don't like you changing. They say that they like you for who you are. Brilliant. But who you are now isn't the person you want to be in 5 years. So why are you okay with that? Challenge people back. And if they don't want to get on board with you, we'll see you later. Bye, Karen. I'm going to do this anyway, because this is what's important for me. This is what I want for me and my family. And I'm going to just unapologetically go for it. I don't give two hoots about your bloody opinion of me and my life. You're not living it. It's my life. People will always have comments like, you know, the whole, yeah, I won't babble on about fitness and all of that sort of stuff and the comments that I get, but you need to get immersed in it. If you are not obsessed with it and you are not, if it's important to you, you will do it. If it's important for you to lose those 10 pounds, you will do it. You will stick to your nutrition. You will drink your water. You will eat your containers. You will not eat all the McDonald's and McFlurries in the world, whatever it might be. If it's that important to you, you'll bloody well do it. If it isn't, you won't. Simple. We're all setting our own glass ceilings at the end of the day, and it doesn't need to be there. It doesn't need to be there. It's what you think it is. People say, oh, it's difficult, blah, blah, blah. But it's only going to be, you will become that person that you tell yourself. You need to starve the doubt. That's what Grant Cardone says. Starve the doubt and bring out the best in other people. And by living our best lives, that's what we're doing to help inspire other people. I can't remember where I read this. I think this is something that Melanie Mitro says. My family deserve the best of me and not the rest of me. So by living your best life now and being the best that you can, I know that if I do my personal development, I do my workout, I do my meditation, I do my journaling, I work on my business, I have my power hour, I am a much better mum, I am a much better wife, I am a much better friend if I've done all of that than if I've not done my workout or whatever. And that is just a matter of fact. And I'm banning a couple of words from my vocabulary. I should do this. I can't do that. And changing them to be where we're at, because we can do this and you can do that. You don't need to do anything or should have to do anything. But if you've got the aspirations, then what the bloody hell's stopping you? Only yourself, really, I reckon. So anyway, that's what I wanted to say. We become so obsessed. This one more thing from Grant Cardone. So we manage to pick up all these terrible habits, and we get obsessed with the bad habits, whether it's drinking, smoking, whatever it might be. Get obsessed with the good stuff. If you can be obsessed, or you can have an addictive personality to one thing, then you can be obsessed and you can be addicted to succeeding and defining what success looks like for you and celebrating that along the way. And everyone's idea of success is completely different, and I think that's absolutely fine. But you set your limits and your goals and you go for them. Anyway, I'm going to stop talking. I've got 5 minutes. Hello, little one. Do you all want to unmute and you can tell me how you feel about that? Has that worked? They've changed the settings on this, haven't they?
You have to then just click your host once, don't you? Oh, that was so cute, Kirsty.
I can't hear you.
Nice glasses. Can't hear you, Kirsty.
You can't hear what I was saying anyway. I was telling him I was going to sell him on eBay.
After that really sweet kiss.
Oh, that was bullshit. That was I want to be nosy and get Hannah to say hello to me because she's pretty. That's
hilarious.
Works every flipping time. Well, hello, little man. And he's like,
so cute. Oh, so enough of my babble at you ladies. We've got how long have we got? 3 minutes.
Bring in the fire.
Let's go. Let's do this. And I think, I think often we get to this, I'll just start again next year. The number of people that have joined me, that have watched me for however many months, I think that it just really shows, the work that we do now is going to help in, it lays the foundations. And yeah, it's hard work, but where it's at.
I've got a lady who's been following me for 6 months, and She just keeps talking to me about what she needs to do and what I'm doing, and then keeps trying to do it on her own, never commits to joining up with me. And then has the cheek to bloody message me asking me for suggestions for things, which is annoying. But obviously I give her the suggestions. But
I have a few up my sleeve.
yeah, I've got shite all still.
No, you haven't. You've got all the suggestions that actually works.
Yeah.
Driving me nuts.
Confident about what you, and I think this is the thing, is that I think that does, you know, I had people watch me for 3 years, and then they're like, you know, so it's not a no never, it's a no not right now, and you just move on. People tell you that they're too busy, people tell you that they can't afford it. 39 quid for the quarterly option is nothing, right? And, you know, yeah, okay, the challenge pack is the best value for money, but if you can bring in 10 ladies each month on a quarterly, £12.50, that's £125 a month. That compounds over time, because in 3 months' time, if you're bringing in another 10 people, do you see what I mean? That starts to become quite a nice little bit, which isn't anything to do with challenge packs. We often do get caught up about challenge packs, success club. Yes, that's the best value for money, and yes, it's great hitting success club. But if people were saying that it's too expensive, okay, well, here's the option. Here's the £39 option. That isn't expensive. That is not expensive. And actually, you know what I say about affordability versus expense. They are quite different. But they can come and try it for 3 months. And if they want to keep them with the quarterly, that's brilliant. That costs them more, but that's up to them. And actually, you earn a good commission still by having people on the quarterly.
You don't earn anything from the lead program, though, do you? Unless you're
So how it works with the lead program is they become your customers, but if they then decide to convert to a challenge pack or Shakeology or whatever, then you do earn from it.
I've got a couple of them that kept up with the free monthly, but obviously I don't get jack all from it.
Yeah. But bringing them in and then connecting with them and really connecting with them, and then when new stuff comes out and you email all your customers, oh, this launch is coming out, etc., etc.
Getting crickets from the lead ones. They don't even respond.
No, I often don't get anything either. But they will occasionally buy stuff and it's like, oh, nice, that's a nice bit of extra income I didn't expect to be getting. I've got a couple of ladies that have come through from it.